Yesterday, a rumor broke out. Not a good one either, because California's Great America might just be getting scrapped. This video is going to be sharing my thoughts and what could happen to all the roller coasters at that park. Usually, I like to focus on positive things on this channel, but when something like this happens, I can't just forget about it. This is an entire park. At this point, the B&M Hypercoaster is pretty much just out of the question, but that's even if this park stays open. I've always had big hopes for this park, but now my biggest hope is just for it to even stay open at all. But anyway, let's get into the roller coasters, and if they're getting the axe or getting relocated. Just a quick announcement, this video is heavily inspired by Airtime thrills. Let's go in alphabetical order, starting with Demon. This old aero looper from 1976 is starting to get pretty old, and I don't see a Cedar Fair spending all the money to relocate this coaster when it's reaching the end of its service life. I mean, it's possible, but it's very unlikely. Now Flight Deck. This is one of the earliest B&M inverts. The second one to be exact. This looks like a very underrated ride with a whippy corkscrew and an intense helix over the water. It looks to be way faster than Raptor's helix, which is commonly known as one of the best finales. It should be very easy to relocate because it's short and non-terrain based. I could totally see it being shipped to Valley Fair in the old Dinosaurs Alive plot. The next one is easily the hardest to decide. Gold Striker. In 2022, it's not even 10 years old yet. It's a whole lot harder to relocate a wooden coaster than a steel coaster, but I think they will most likely try to put it somewhere. There aren't many Cedar Fair parks that don't have a good wooden roller coaster, but the first one that comes to mind is Cedar Point. But will they go with a relocated coaster instead of a ground-up coaster? Well, that's hard to say. But there really aren't any other parks besides Carowinds, which I think RMC Hurler will come first. Now on to Grizzly. Does anyone even like this thing? Not that I know of. They wouldn't think twice about scrapping this old, boring wooden coaster. Lucy's Krabby Cabbies, I think that's how you pronounce it. This is pretty easy. The best option is Knott's Berry Farm, between the fact that it's only a few hours south, and the only true young kid coaster there is Jaguar, which might be a little big for younger guests. Now it's time for Patriot. This coaster just got a repaint and new floorless trains back in 2016. It does use terrain a little bit, but barely. It has two inversions, and some parks could benefit off that a lot, especially some parks that don't have a decent multi-looper. I could definitely see this being relocated to Michigan Adventure. Their last roller coaster was Thunderhawk, the relocated SLC from Geauga Lake back in 2007. And this park is most likely only lucky enough to get hand-me-downs from other parks. Now for Psychomouse. This coaster is great for a family park in need of a new attraction. What better park than Gilroy Gardens? Once again, in the same state, making it a lot easier, and it's a small, compact family coaster. So that's why that is my final decision. Now for RailBlazer, the park's newest and most thrilling roller coaster. It can fit on a compact plot of land at almost any park. Now for RailBlazer, the park's newest and most thrilling roller coaster. It can fit on a compact plot of land at almost any park. Worlds of Fun is the first one that I can think of. It's been clearing land in the Dinosaurs Alive plot of land, and an RMC Raptor could very well be their next roller coaster. But last but not least, well, it kinda is, but Woodstock Express. At this point, every Cedar Fair park has a kiddie coaster. I've tried to only give each park one coaster, but I might just have to give one park 2 roller coasters. But then at the same time, this is a pretty older model by Intamin, who really doesn't make kiddie coasters anymore, so I could see it getting scrapped, but Cedar Fair will probably take the chance to relocate it and give it to Worlds of Fun. This park's only true kiddie coaster is a Wacky Worm, which belong in fair parks, not a major chain park. So to recap, I scrapped Demon, gave Flight Deck to Valley Fair, Gold Striker to Cedar Point, scrapped Grizzly, Lucy's Krabby Cabbies to Knott's, Patriot to Michigan's Adventure, Psychomouse to Gilroy Gardens, RailBlazer to Worlds of Fun, and also Woodstock Express to Worlds of Fun. I really hope this park doesn't close for good soon, but if it does, these are my predictions for what will happen to each of the roller coasters if it does. If you enjoy this video, then please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video.